Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. As you can see in front of you, the Veitchiana is still going okay, and I've quite a few things to show you today. And I think they're all good things to show you. Yep, I've nothing bad at the moment, I don't think. Although I'll probably find one or two just to show you. Anyhow, the thing is, all these Paphiopedilums here, all in these deep pots, and I was asked some time ago, would I put a Paphiopedilum in a deep pot just to see how it would go? Well, yep, I did that, and it was a Paphiopedilum Robellini, Philippinense, and I put one in one of these deep pots, and I've also had it on the drip system for the last 2 or 3 months. So we'll see how that one's doing. Well, this is my Paphiopedilum Philippinense Robellini. Robellini is the one with the twisted sepals going down, and this has been on the drip system now for the past 2.5 months, and it seems to be doing very, very well. We'll just have a quick look at it, have a look at the growths, and then what we'll do, we'll check the roots. Well, as you can see, it's got a nice new root growth there, and another leaf coming up there in the middle. There's the biggest growth. Turn it round. There's another growth there. And, oh, let's have a look. Lift these leaves up. There are 3 new growths there. So that's doing very well. Anyhow, we'll just take it out the pot and have a look at the roots. Make sure what the roots are like on these Paphiopedilums on the drip system. It might interest a few people. Just take it out of its pot. It'll be absolutely wet through in here, which is not good for Paphiopedilums normally. But we'll see what's happening with this one. Just bear with me while I loosen everything. I'll put the new growths at that side. It's quite heavy, this, and it looks like the roots are good. Yep, everything's absolutely wet through. Oh, look at the roots. Let's get the camera again and have a look. Well, just look at this. There's the new roots coming out of a new growth. Look at all these new root growths. And I must say, I've never seen root growth like this on a Paphiopedilum. Excuse me. I'll just turn it round and show you the back side of it. Just doing a bit gentle with it because I don't want to break anything off. But just look at the roots here. And they've gone fully down into the pot. Anyhow, we've got to be pleased with that one. There's the new growth there, of course. Looks absolutely beautiful. Should be nice when it flowers, this. So we'll just put this back in its pot, and we'll judge that with a 10 out of 10, I think. Well, we'll just pop this one back up. I didn't really like taking it out of its pot, but seeing as this is the first Paphiopedilum I've had on the drip system, I think it was worth a look. And so I'll better be very, very careful here. That's it. Pardon me for going a little bit slow, but I don't want to drop these from a great height onto the new growths. Usual gentle pats. If there's not many new root growths on, you can pat a little bit harder than this, but I wouldn't recommend it if there's as many on as this. Just dropping it to one side where there's only one or two new root growths. And it also puts the new growths towards the middle of the pot. Anyhow, I'll keep doing this until it's completely finished, and you don't want to look at this going on and on and on the repotting. You've seen it all before, so I'll switch it off now and I'll show you when I've repotted it. Well, that's the plant all repotted up now, so we'll have a look at another couple, or rather one, Paphiopedilum, which I've just split. Now, you remember I had a very large Paphiopedilum Lady Isabel, cross between Stony Eye and Rostrilianum. I'd had it 6, 7, 8 years, something like that. Big plant, never flowered. So I thought, right, I'll split it in two to see if that can get it into flowering, which it generally does. And here are the two plants now. So there are the two Lady Isabels, split in two. Hopefully it'll just shock them into into spike and reblooming. But we'll have to see on that one. Yeah, they've both got 3 large growths on them, so they should be fine. Give them another couple of months and they should be doing something. And seeing that the other Paphiopedilum was doing so well, these two are going to go on the drip system later on today. Well, another one I can show you, which is being a bit successful, is this Moslem Pyxis. You can see one bloom there, about to open fully, and another one over there. Now I've got these in these largish pots. I think they're 12 centimetre pots. I've put some holes in so they dry very quickly. So now I'm watering them probably once every 3 days. If the weather gets a little bit warmer, it's probably once every 2 days. But that is, that label's in the way, isn't it? Move it round there. That's Moslem Pyxis. This is the Moslem ignea, Moslem ignea, and as you can see there are some yellow leaves there which are the old growths now, but this I've just counted right around the bottom, has got 7 new growths on, which I'm very, very pleased with. So these are doing all right. And these are from, who did I get these from? Oh, Grobrashner in West Germany. Never had a bad plant from them yet. Masdevallia ignea. Now somebody asked me about the Paphiopedilum farianums I got, what was it, four months ago, something like that. And they've just been sitting there and sitting there and sitting there until these last few weeks, and when they've just started putting new growths up from the middle and standing up more upright. So just keep treating them as I'm always doing, a little bit of limestone in these ones, because they do like a little bit of calcium. So these are the Paphiopedilum farianums, not the easiest ones to grow, and the sort of flower you will never see at an open show. I've never seen one yet. The only ones I've ever seen are the ones I put in myself. Those are Paphiopedilum farianum, worth looking at on the net. Absolutely beautiful flowers, very Victorian looking. And do you remember this Renanthera I chopped in two? This Renanthera Tom Thumb. That was the top part left, and it's still growing nicely at the top. And this is the part I chopped off. Well, I've just been watering these very steadily with a bit of feed as well. And I've just noticed something today that pleased me, and that was right at the top of this plant. Oh, if you can see it, see if we can get into the light better. I don't know whether it's focused or not, but you can just see a new growth coming up there. I've heard for a long time that if you chop them off, the bottom will grow again, but I've never had any success. But this looks like it's just starting the new growth there, which I'm very pleased about. That's Renanthera Tom Thumb. Now here's a little abomination of a Paphiopedilum that I chopped off, and I almost threw this part away. But it had a root on the bottom, so I put it on the drip system, and look at that. One growth coming up there, one growth coming up there, and I think there's another around the back here somewhere. Yep, and another little growth coming up there. So it's a horrible looking plant, you must admit, but I'll just have a look at the roots and see what they're doing. You know me and roots, I can't stop myself looking at them. Well, we'll just make this the last one, and we'll see what it's looking like. Well, that looks strange. Huh. You know that little one I said is a little new growth at the back of the plant? Well, here it is. Growing from way down there and growing up there, and there's another one here. Well, I mean, these roots are, yuck. They're hard, but there's no new growth on there. So what do? Do I plant it at an angle now so they can come up, or do I leave it like it is? I've no idea. But I've never seen one in that position before. I'll hold it up then you can see it properly. Coming from that far down, that's where the substrate went up to. That's the little top that was showing. But look at that, never seen that before. Anyhow, it seems to be growing, so we'll put it back in. There we go, in you go. And we'll try and get it in the same position. Not much new root growth, but plenty of plant growth. I won't take these old leaves off, I think I'll leave them on because they're handy to pick the plant up with. Just getting this back in the right place. Yep, we're getting there. Nothing like a little bit of patience. I think I'm just in danger of planting this a little bit too high, so I'll just put a little bit more bark in. No, it's not too bad. I'll just put a little bit in. That's right, we'll leave it at that and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how that Paphiopedilum goes. It's an unmarked Paphiopedilum, so just says Paphiopedilum on the label. So we'll see how it goes. Well, we'll just finish up looking at this, what we named an Odontoglossum. I think I got it February in full bloom. It was absolutely gorgeous, and it just had two growths on it. It bloomed from the largest growth there, and now we can see it's putting up a new growth, which has done that since I think end of March, beginning of April. So that's looking very nice. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me the thumbs up, and if you haven't, just give me a thumbs down. But thanks very much for watching, thanks to all my subscribers, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.